On a rainy evening in a quiet Canadian town, David, a single father in his late 30s, was driving home from work. His 8-year-old son, Liam, was waiting for him with a half-eaten grilled cheese sandwich and a smile that always reminded David why he worked so hard. Life hadn't been easy since his wife passed away 3 years ago. Balancing fatherhood, long hours at work, and keeping the house together left him exhausted most days. Yet, he never let Liam see his struggles. He wanted his boy to grow up with hope, not worry. That night, as David turned the corner toward his house, he saw a young girl sitting on the curb. She looked drenched, her backpack pressed against her chest, shivering under the streetlight. At first, David thought she might just be waiting for someone, but as he parked his truck and stepped out, he noticed her eyes, red from crying, filled with fear and loneliness. She couldn't have been more than 18. "Are you all right?" David asked gently, not wanting to scare her. The girl hesitated, but finally whispered, "I don't have anywhere to go." Those words cut straight through him. He knew what it felt like to be lost, to feel like the world had closed its doors. David invited her inside for a warm meal. Liam, curious and friendly, asked her name. "Emma," she said softly, avoiding eye contact. As they ate, Emma revealed bits and pieces of her story. Her parents had thrown her out after a heated argument. She had no friends who could take her in, and she'd been wandering for hours, soaked from the rain. David's heart ached. He thought about his own wife's last words before she passed, "Always be kind, even when it's hard." That memory made his decision easier. Over the next few days, David offered Emma the guest room, setting clear boundaries but making her feel safe. At first, Emma kept to herself, barely speaking, hiding behind long sleeves in silence. But Liam, in his innocent way, broke through her walls. He'd sit outside her door with his toy cars, waiting for her to join. Slowly, she did. She laughed at his jokes, helped him with homework, and even cooked breakfast one morning. The house, once heavy with the weight of grief, began to feel alive again. Still, challenges came. Some neighbors whispered, questioning why a single dad would take in an 18-year-old girl. At work, David's coworkers teased him, suggesting motives he didn't have. He ignored them, though their words stung. What mattered was Emma's safety, and the way Liam was happier than he'd been in years. Emma, too, began to change. She applied for a part-time job at a local cafe, saving money for her own place. She started talking about her dreams, her love for painting, and her wish to go to college one day. One evening, as the three of them shared hot cocoa, Emma turned to David with tears in her eyes. "You didn't have to help me. Most people would have walked past. But you gave me more than a roof, you gave me family." David, holding Liam close, simply said, "Everyone deserves a chance to feel at home. You reminded me that kindness still matters." Months passed, and Emma eventually moved into a small apartment of her own. She painted her walls with colors of hope, always visiting David and Liam on weekends. Their bond wasn't one of blood, but of choice, trust, and love. Liam often told people proudly, "Emma is like my big sister," and David couldn't help but smile. What happened next wasn't scandal or gossip, it was healing. A broken girl found shelter. A grieving father found purpose beyond survival. A little boy found more laughter in his days. And together, they proved that sometimes family isn't just who you're born to, but who opens their door when you have nowhere else to go. The story of David and Emma became a reminder in their small town, and perhaps to anyone who heard it, that kindness, even in its simplest form, can change the course of someone's life forever. Do you want me to make this story slightly shorter and tighter so it fits perfectly into a 4-minute narration style for YouTube?